I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride.
No, stop right there. I'm not doing this.
What?
You, no singing or I will leave.
Come on! This was a perfect song for this game. Well, actually, it would have fit better for Ultima 7, since there is actually a magic harp in there, but...
Yeah.
Anyways, what we are doing right now?
We are, well, in a cave and trying to, well, figure out what the hell is going on here and what is... Why is this cave here, and I just fell down from that platform where I climbed up, trying to get a shortcut. Okay.
And you failed.
Oh, actually this time it works much better.
This is a rather nicely decorated cave. I mean, there are candles everywhere and they are unlit, and... Why are those candles unlit? I mean, this cave must have been, at least knowing Ultima series, this cave must have been here for like decades, so...
Yeah.
According to this game's logic, those candles must have been unlit for years to come.
Yeah.
Actually, what are those candles made of? And why they are still unlit, and why haven't they melted away?
I have no idea. And there's a bunch of locked doors around. Oh, and there's a chest. Well, we won't be getting the key to open these things in a while, but I think we can get to the chest right here.
And who the hell booby traps his own home or own cave where he's been living for like ages with dangerous metal balls with spikes and fireball launchers which comes for the fucking walls?
I don't know, maybe a masochist?
A Darkwing Duck. That makes sense.
Anyway, in that chest we had the Skull of Quakes, which was mentioned in a scroll way back near the beginning of the game, and no idea really why it's so important that it's hidden all the way in here, and well.
So there's basically no point on Skull of Quakes?
Yeah, it's... well, you can do something useful with it, but it's not really necessary to finishing the game.
Well, what I can think of about, I mean, what comes into my mind when I think of Skull of Quakes, it's sort of like an item that actually causes quakes and kills people with those freaking quakes. Kind of like in Breath of Fire 1, the first Breath of Fire, where you get this item which you can use unlimited amount of, and you can like cause earthquakes to kill enemies in it.
What the hell is an earthquake?
Earthquake.
Earthquake, okay, sorry. I misheard you.
Well, I'm not sure. Perhaps there are earthquakes. Earthquakes. I suppose it's like one of those things where you break the sound barrier.
Could be. And here we find a grave inside the cave, which is a bit weird. And
well, possibly not. I mean, that looks perfectly fine soil.
yeah, and speaking of fine soil, let's break into the grave.
That's one of those puzzles where you just have to like figure out that, hey, there might be something in there.
Yeah,
I mean, there was anyways the needed ingredients in that bag already.
Yeah, that was a pretty strong hint. And down we go.
So, what's actually the deal with these caves actually? Anyways, there is some kind of a Zealand ceremonial shield. Why is it floating in the air?
It's not floating in the air, it's just, well, standing on its edge on the ground.
But it doesn't have anything to stand on.
I know! Maybe it's just very well balanced shield.
Well, I suppose. Perhaps it has one of those magnetic things on its edge or something.
Who knows? Well, the Zealands were, in the backstory of the game, they were this ancient culture which was around before the elemental titans came
Before the nuclear fall.
Yes.
Since we all do know that Ultima series are based on after the nuclear war, when before someone jackass decided to push the nuclear button and explode every nuclear missile in the whole US.
Yeah, and
that was kind of a weird puzzle. Who seriously could have thought of using one of those balls and throw it on a platform?
I have no idea. It's kind of weird that the big pressure plate will be pressed down by a single marble.
Well, yeah. I mean, considering how much marble actually weighs, which is like 0.0002 grams, that was just wow.
Yeah.
Says me.
And here we have
keys! Because we love keys, and keys are useful.
Yes, they open things. And there's a bunch of necromancy ingredients around in the containers in this room.
Which you've been collecting like more than enough already.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I never even used some of the spells.
Well, you should, at least for a showcase.
Yeah, well, I guess I could do that in a later video. Ooh, 16 piles. That was quite a lot.
Well, at least they're not cheap. Were those red potions which regained your health?
Yeah, red potions heal you fully, yellow potions heal a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Cool. What's that sword?
Oh, it's a saber. It's a slightly curved sword. And
so it's basically useless. So, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, walking through that beam of light triggers an earthquake or something, but it doesn't really seem to do much.
It didn't seem to do anything.
Yeah.
It just made the whole cave like crumble and crap like that, but you know, nothing really happened.
Yeah.
That was kind of pointless. Perhaps it was just there to scare the player when he's playing the game at the first time.
Could be. And here we have a puzzle.
Yeah, the most cryptic puzzle ever. You're supposed to like press those 3 panels in order to get every one of those platforms to appear in the middle.
Yeah.
And of course you can just climb on the first set of ladders to climb over that little wall that there is in it.
Yeah, of course not. And I think I started off at the wrong position. Anyway, this is basically the Towers of Hanoi.
Towers of Hanoi?
Hanoi.
Hanoi,
yeah.
What is that?
Well, it's a puzzle where you have a, well, at least in the most common form, you have 3 pegs and a pile of discs and you have to move the discs from one peg to another, and you are not allowed to put a bigger disc on top of a smaller disc.
Oh, it's that, you know, pretty much, that doesn't make any sense. This isn't nothing like that.
Yes, it does. You can't put a you can't put a lower step in front of a tallest. You can't put a tall step in front of a low step.
Well, yeah. Duh. And now we have open doorway.
Yep.
And that took our sweet time. And now we have 2 of those beams.
Yeah.
What does those beam do?
They will kill you.
Oh, that's cool. So we are supposed to feel like fighting.
Yeah.
That's like in Asterix and Obelix when they are drinking a magical drink that makes you strong and feel like fighting.
Yep.
So what's the deal with those doors? I mean, you'll have to use dispelling magical portal thing.
Yeah, I'm not really sure myself what kind of... Okay, actually, these doors aren't the ones that require it. Just needed the key for that. And there's a hidden key beneath that skeleton.
Oh yeah, if you are really into moving skeletons.
Well, not really. I prefer my skeletons to be immobile. You know, moving skeletons usually tend to try and kill people.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And that key we picked up underneath the skeleton, I believe, is the one that'll open these locked doors we've been seeing around, which basically form a, ways around places and shortcuts and such.
You know, this whole cavern looks awfully comfy. I mean, if I would have a cavern like this, I would certainly live in there and invite all of my girlfriends over and tell them that, hey, fuck yeah, this is.
Yeah, I'm sure you have several of those.
Yeah, I do have several of those. I always have several girlfriends, at least fictional and internet ones.
Yeah.
If those do count.
Yeah.
Well, most of them aren't really that pretty.
But let's get back to the game. Now we get to pick up this shield. And actually, this is the same shield that is on the wall of that old
goat.
Yeah. We could have carried one over from there and it would have served the same purpose, but, well, I felt like doing it more the way the game... I felt like doing it more the way that was apparently intended.
Well, if there is more complicated way to do it, why not go by it?
Yeah.
As usual. And now pretty much comes the part where we all have to shut up again.
Yes.
Because these
Greetings, Avatar.
guys keep talking forever.
And from where you come. We also know of what you seek.
And we wish to help you. You must become your destiny. That is not important now. Know that we wish to help you in your quest. Behind us lies
hotness.
the tomb of Kumash
Keep
Gore.
talking.
Only the most fearsome warrior who ever lived. Eons ago, he was a great chieftain to our worshippers. But now he lies forever entombed in honor of his valor.
With him rests an artifact that is the key to tremendous power. It is made of black rock, a substance with which you have considerable familiarity. The small object is shaped much like a pyramid, but be warned.
For even in death, Kumash Gore has kept the fighting spirit to which he held so tenaciously in life. He will not part readily with his possessions.
Good luck, Avatar.
Okay.
So they basically told us some information that about this dude who is behind that door.
Yeah.
And
Kumash
that
Gore.
one guy who
There is
still
nothing
keeps
more
talking. We
tell
don't care
you
about
until
you.
have
You have
found
a
the
terrible
ancient
voice
artifact.
actor of a fucking nerd.
Yeah, and now this one is where you have to use the scroll. At least
All of magical portals.
yeah.
Oh yeah. You look like a man now.
I'm a man.
I am a man!
Foolish
No, not like a guy.
the Ultima
Anyways.
score. Come you seeking treasure? Well, it is death you have found.
Anyway,
Gee, thanks, asshole.
yeah, he summons a ghost. We,
Explode, and he fucking explodes along with it.
yeah,
Most epic freaking death ever.
yeah.
What's the deal with that sword? Is that one of those which we saw in the secret area?
I think it might be. It's a magic sword, and
Is
well,
that the one which causes the fire damage?
no, this one I believe it does extra damage to ghosts and other undead.
Then why not use it?
Well, because we'll be seeing plenty of non-undead enemies anyway, and there was an extra keyring in there, and I just got drunk as well.
Well, that's usual. Actually, if you think about it, this game, at least what I've hacked it, doesn't seem to have that many enemies, except those goblins
Okay.
and those floating eyeball things.
Okay, let's be quiet again.
Well done, mortal. The item of Blackrock, which
You're
you now
drunk.
possess,
Yeah.
is the first
am I.
key to unlocking tremendous power within yourself. Beyond earth, water, air, and fire, there is another element. A fifth element.
You have heard of it before.
Oh, yeah.
It is called
Her
ether.
voice is so
And
exotic.
like the others, this element will assume a form of titanic proportions.
You are to be that Titan, the Titan of ether. We know that the power
Yeah.
is within you.
But it is up to you to have the courage to use this power. You must take the power from the other titans. You must take their worshippers, just as our followers were ripped from our grasp.
Continue your quest for the powers of the other Titans, for that is the way to gain their followers. The greater the abilities you can accrue, the better chance you will have of weakening the other four, and eventually standing with them as more than just an equal.
Go now to find the Titans called Stratos, Hydros, and Pyros.
You shall find Hydros in her underground temple. The other two dwell on the surface. Farewell.
And good haste.
In your conquest.
And now that I'm done rubbing my dick with lube, we are done with listening that hot chick with... damn, she has a hot voice.
Yeah.
for a chick.
So they revealed a bunch of stuff about how the Avatar is the fifth Titan and he needs to steal the powers.
Well, yeah, basically, according to them, Avatar is like, he's the strongest in the fucking universe. He has hidden powers like Super Saiyan or something like that.
Yeah. And it's a shame that he wasn't drunk long. It would have been fun to see him stumbling around while they explained all this important plot stuff.
Well, actually, it would have been more funny to see him pass out.
Yeah.
I'm so drunk. I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I'm gonna pass out.
And I went back here to see and find if there was anything I had missed. I think there was at least one thing.
I think you missed one key.
Do not go near that
I'm pretty
Avatar.
sure about that, but we do have this chest in a cage here.
Yeah, and how nice for the Guardian to warn us about that gate thing. We
Yeah.
thought it was not dangerous. When we are listening to that Guardian, he says stuff like, are you feeling okay? Or stuff like that, or don't go near that Avatar, like last time.
Mm.
And he sounds so friendly. He doesn't actually sound threatening. He sounds like he's supposed to be your friend.
Yeah, he does try. But then again, he is the guy who threw the Avatar into this world, so take that as you will.
Well, yeah, he's trying to take over to Britain, like there ain't any other heroes who could, defend the Britain. Like Lolo, and that one bearded guy, and that paladin dude, and anyone. I mean, seriously, anyone. I mean, the avatar from the. He's basically a computer geek from year 2000, and this computer geek is his biggest concern.
Yeah. And there actually, here I figured I'd try if actually putting something on of those sliding steel doors would keep them open.
Oh, that was a good plan. Why didn't you do it before?
Yeah, well, it just now occurred to me.
Oh yeah, because those skulls keep bouncing around. There you go, close to them.
Anyway, seems to be working. And now I'm trying to find... I'm trying to find a certain place.
Apparently a certain grave.
Well, not really, I was just curious about what that said.
Oh, that's nice. So while we are wandering around, what is the place you're trying to find?
Well, it's actually where you use the Skull of Quakes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's a side plot thing.
Yeah.
There we have again those skulls that like bounce around.
Yeah, and
They're scared of you. They're like, Avatar, run away! And those molten red assets are just standing in there.
Yeah, they are. Where is that thing? Oh, and now we have gone back in a big circle. I think here's again the door where I placed the skull. Yes, it is.
Well, pretty much.
Oh.
And now the floor is starting to crumble.
Yeah.
Is there like any sort of proper trigger on that? I mean, I think you walked many times over those places and they didn't crumble anyway.
Well, I don't think I walked over the exact same places. Ah, who knows?
And I still find it stupid to build truth into a volcano.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
Did I just see a picture?
Oh, there it is. That.
Well, yeah, there seems to be some sort of a red spot, but...
Yeah, you stick
well, yeah, I suppose that's kind of a clue. And he passed out.
You stick the skull in there, it makes an earthquake and opens up a section of the floor.
And yeah, that's cool.
And here's a hidden teleporter
It
pad.
us into another one of those teleporters, but we are badly about to run out of time, and we already ran out of time, so I'm faster than with me I had.
Crowley 9.
See you next time,
Yeah.
jackass.
We will see you.
In my penis.